Hello, everyone, and welcome to In Your Face Sports Broadcasting Show. I am here with Finnegan and Ryan. I'm Keaton, your host, and today we are going to be discussing where Kawhi Leonard is going to end up this season. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty with all the free agency and all that kind of stuff, and we're going to be talking about where we think he's going to end up. So, Finnegan, would you like to start?
Yeah. Kawhi Leonard is going to be a Toronto Raptor for the next 4 years. He's gonna sign a big time contract with them, a 4-year deal, maybe 3 with a player option. But I think Kawhi, he likes Toronto. He has a house there. I think personally he enjoyed being the star of that team, and I think if he went back, he thinks that he could win another ring there, perhaps 2, and who knows, maybe start the NBA Canadian legacy.
Okay, so you think that Kawhi is going to end up as continuing to play for the Toronto Raptors? Ryan, what is your take on this? Where do you think he will?
I think he will end up for the LA Clippers, since I think that he thinks that he will be able to lead his own team as just a star himself without any other star players.
Well, no, there aren't any star players in the Raptors either. I mean,
I know, and I didn't get to my point yet because they need to have decent star players, but not like all stars, but like total all stars. There's players who are like core players.
So you think he wants to be the leader of his team and really be the star on his team?
Yeah, and not just core players, but that's really what he needs.
Just going back to what Ryan said for a second, who is the other star in the Clippers then? If you're saying that he needs stars on the team,
and it says he's not gonna have star players because he thinks he can lead his own team and just carry his team like LeBron James in his first year with the Cavaliers.
He did that in Toronto. Is what I'm saying.
Not exactly. He had Kyle Lowry. He had Pascal Siakam.
Kyle Lowry is a star. Okay. Well.
Okay. So, you think that he will end up on the LA Clippers, and you think that he will continue to be a Toronto Raptor?
He will
be. But Toronto Raptors is a smarter move for him, but I think he'll end up.
Both very possible moves that Kawhi Leonard could make this offseason. Okay, so now we're going to start to talk about, should Brett Brown have been fired after Game 7?
I personally think he should not have. Brett Brown is, of course, not the best coach in the NBA. He's not a great coach. But I think with the Sixers, he's had a relationship with these guys. I think he'll be able to take them to higher reaches. And personally, in Game 7, if Kawhi had missed that shot, they could have won in overtime. And frankly, that wasn't on him. I get it. He might not have been the best inspirer for like Ben Simmons to get a better jump shot or put in more work. But frankly, I feel like he's still a serviceable coach with the Sixers, and they definitely made the right choice in keeping him and not firing him.
Do you think that if Kawhi had not hit that shot and they gone on to win the game, do you think they would have gone on to win the NBA Finals? Or
no? I think the Bucks would have beat them and then beat the Warriors.
Okay. So what do you think about this, Ryan? Do you think he should have been fired after Game 7?
I mean, honestly, I don't think so. I would have given him another year and then sign at least one free agent. But everyone has to realize that this is a championship contender now, possibly in the future, but they need some more star players because right now there's just too many dominant teams in the NBA that many teams are just too stacked.
So you think that the Sixers really need some more star players on the team?
Yeah, I mean they could have been champions a while ago, but if they had the same team now, but since they can't because there's so many other great teams.
Yeah, I just wanted to cut back quick. Right now, the Sixers have Joel Embiid, a good center, Ben Simmons, who may not have a great jump shot, but is still serviceable.
Yeah.
What other stars do you think they need to add to that? Because they also have other guys in there.
I mean, I'd probably just get a point guard, put Simmons at power forward, and Butler at shooting guard if we can re-sign him.
Okay.
Okay, so now this topic is going to be fun for you to talk about, Ryan. We're going to be talking about where do you think the Broncos will end up at the end of the season? Do you think they'll continue to be that kind of average, not so good team? Do you think Joe Flacco is going to come out and actually be a good QB for the Broncos? How do you think the Broncos are going to do this year, Finnegan?
I'll let Ryan start this one off. I just
Brian, okay. How do you feel about the Broncos this year? How do you feel about their chances?
I don't think that they're going to be doing well at all. I think they're going to go have the same record as last time, a terrible 5-11 record. That's just really awful, and just not good. I think that by the end of the season, John Elway will be like, "What was I thinking about?" And he should have been listening to most of the fans who are actually smart and should have kept Case Keenum, but fired their head coach. But at least they got a new coach. We just needed to have kept Case Keenum, and hopefully Joe Flacco runs the offense okay. But right now, I don't think that's a possibility, and I think we're going 5-11.
So, you think that the Broncos are still going to struggle, even with players like Phillip Lindsay and other
I think
good
they
players?
don't. I just don't think he fits in Joe Flacco's offense enough.
Okay. So, what do you think, Finnegan?
I think it's going to be a very rough year for Broncos fans next year. I think they're going to even do worse than a 5-11 record. Joe Flacco got hurt a lot in Baltimore, and even when he was playing, he did not do that well. And their replacement in the second round, Drew Lock, I personally think is a bust. I don't think he'll amount to much in the NFL. And aside from Phillip Lindsay, they don't have really that many good playmakers on offense. Their wide receivers are, to be blunt, god awful. Aside from Emmanuel Sanders, but he had a major injury last year. I don't know if he'll be the same. I really haven't heard much about their offensive line. I think they'll be okay with that, with a little new acquisition there. Personally, I think they just do not have a good starting quarterback with Joe Flacco or Drew Lock.
Yeah.
And I just think it's not going to end up very well.
Yeah, and I also think that their defense is just not very good. But,
the
wide receiver is developing, but it's not as good as some of the other teams.
Even today, I read somewhere that Chris Harris may be going to the Giants soon.
Okay, that's all the time we have for today. I'm sorry we have to cut the discussion a little bit short. Next time on In Your Face Sports Broadcasting, we're going to be discussing whether the Eagles made the right choice in releasing Nick Foles and letting him go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. But for now, that's all the time we have, and we'll see you next time.